for the bold, and we're boldly embracing the energy transition. Top 5 clean energy in development. Indiana anchors the Midwest's $1 billion hydrogen hub. Over $33 billion in new investment from sustainable companies in agrovoltaics and wind farming, electric vehicles and batteries, clean energy. And we're partnering with Andretti Formula E to bring Indiana's all-electric race team to iconic cities across the globe. Indiana for the bold.
Please welcome to the stage Salena Scardina, Executive Vice President, External Engagement at the Indiana Economic Development Corporation.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good evening and welcome to this amazing dinner with thought leaders, climate change decision makers, influencers. We're welcome to be with you here tonight and excited to share the Indiana story. As someone just asked me at the table, why is Indiana here? And we want to share that story with you. My name is Salena Scardina. I'm the Executive Vice President of External Engagement. I lead the marketing and communications and the storytelling for Indiana for the Bold, our economic development organization. We have an incredible story to share with you, and thank you for allowing us to spend the time with you today. So, when you think about Indiana, what is the one thing that you think about? Yes, I heard you say it, the Indy 500. So that is the largest sporting event in the world that happens on one day. You think about the Indy 500 because Indiana has in their DNA motorsports, they have automotive, they have manufacturing. Motorsports has always been in our DNA, and we've had a legacy of innovation. Now, we're a strong state in the heart of the Midwest in the United States, and if you look at that, we are about impact in communities. We are working to build the best place in the United States to live, work, and play. Tonight, I want to tell you about our sustainability story and what that is in Indiana. Now, we've all talked about racing. You've heard about E1. I'd like to talk to you about Formula E. We are partners with Andretti Global, and we are sponsors of one of the only US-based Formula E teams. So you ask yourselves, why are we doing this? Take a look at this picture here. Those of you who follow Formula E should know that this is Jake Dennis. Jake clinched the world title in the UK this summer, season 9 of Formula E. And we were there and partners, and he brought that back to Indiana. So, this victory wasn't just on the track for Indiana. This victory symbolizes our advancement in embracing clean energy, but it's an untold story. We've been intentional the last several years, but specifically the last 2 years, and I want to share with you, Formula E is just a sample of what we've been doing. On the next slide, you'll see that Indiana is for the bold. We are building our future, and we are taking the sustainability approach. We are creating this landscape where our solutions, where energy meets sports, meets business, and it's becoming great and profitable. Now, it's not just something we're going to imagine that'll happen. It's actually real, and I'm going to walk you through these examples. In the last 18 months, we've seen record, historic investment in our state. You saw in the commercial $33 billion of committed capital investment. That's just in the last 6 quarters. That's what our state did in the 6 years prior. So, you might have heard of a solar company, Canadian Solar. They recently announced last month an $800 million investment to build a state-of-the-art cell manufacturing plant with 1,200 new jobs. And now under development with Durrell Renewables, we have one of the largest, if not the largest, solar field farm in development right now. And what's neat about that is we're using advanced agrovoltaics. So there's grazing while we harvest the sun. But I want to give you a stat that is important. We've worked, my organization, Indiana Economic Development, we brought 18 companies, we partnered with them, we brought $14 billion, and we welcomed in the EV and battery industry. We're second in the nation, the United States, for auto production. And we're working with companies like Toyota, Stellantis, General Motors. And the world is noticing. These are global news clips. These are examples of actual headlines. So these economies of the future are, of course, sustainable. We call those economies that we're going after. Indiana is not waiting for business to show up. We are going to those businesses that have a story that we want to be partners with. We want them to be successful. We have 36 colleges and universities. We have Notre Dame, we have Purdue. We have the largest community college system in the United States. And the reason we have that is because all of these jobs need all layers, technicians, engineers, and the advanced. So now, I would like you to think about the potential. We've now created something called Indiana Leap. If you go to indianaleap.com, you will see that we are building the nation's largest decarbonized, sustainable community. We have our anchor tenant in Eli Lilly, $3.7 billion investment. Yes, that's an Indiana-based company, and they went around the globe and they said, where can we find the best place to grow? And they chose to do it right in their backyard. So I want you to think about what we've heard about in the last several days here at COP. This is an ambitious goal, and Indiana is not really known for this, but this is why we're branding to be bold, because we're already in market doing this, and we welcome you. So I want to reflect on the inspiration that we've had over the last few days and continue the momentum. I invite you to experience what Indiana has to offer. This QR code, if you scan this, will take you right to the page with every sustainable story, all of our energy transition stories, and it will help you experience the Indiana opportunity. Thank you so much.